It's a hockey stream. That's right, on episode 513 of the VIG Lounge, as the Vegas Golden Knights resume the NHL season after the winter break, or the Olympic break, sorry, and will take on the LA Kings in the City of Angels. Can the Golden Knights pick up a win in enemy territory, or will the Kings be crowned victorious in this Western Conference Pacific Division matchup? There's only one way to find out. Before we do that, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right in to the Golden Knights and Kings here on the VIG Lounge. And LA wins the opening draw to nobody's surprise. Now, I'm very thankful that I'm not playing with the current NHL roster that is being assigned for tonight for Vegas, because all of the Olympic participants for Canada and the US did not practice. So there's a thought that they're not going to play in the game tonight. And man, that would make this challenging, because LA is a tough team, especially for Vegas. We got absolutely blown out last year with a good lineup. So Ivan Barbashev getting booed here. Maybe there was an injury in the last game between the Kings and Golden Knights. I'm not quite sure, but be that as it may, Golden Knights trying to get the puck out. Cross behind the Golden Knights net. And the Kings come away with it and then lose it. Puck carried in by Brant Clark, but given away to Jack Eichel. And the Kings now have a Go Kings Go chant from the crowd as they look to go to work. Save made by Aiden Hill. And Dorothea will get the pass up to Mitch Marner. Dropped it off, and a nice chance. Denied by Kemper. And here is Trevor Moore. And denied by Hill. Probably his best save in the early going, as neither team has been able to crack the score sheet just yet. Hurdle changes that, though. Tomas Mutant Ninja Hurdle gets the Golden Knights on the board. It's 1-0 Vegas. Look at that, just cuts in. Goes far side on Kemper. And just like that, Tomas Hertl has his 25th of the year. And the Golden Knights, more importantly, have the game's first goal. So what does Tomas Hertl have to say? He's got a question for you. How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice, baby. Again, it is 1-0 Vegas. Golden Knights give it away. Nice defensive play by Brayden McNabb. Well, carried in now. Shot. And a rebound tonight again. Around the net goes Karlsson. Shoots. And a big save again by Kemper. Out to the blue line. Korzak lets it rip. Rebound goes wide. Collected by William Karlsson. Karlsson to the net, and he scores! What a thrill from Wild Bill as it's 2-0 Golden Knights. Just a gorgeous shot right in front of the net, as Karlsson is able to put it past Darcy Kemper. William Karlsson wins the draw. Up now to Riley Smith. Smith with a shot, denied. Now back to the blue line. Korzak lets it rip, and he was close. It pinged off the bar, and then Kemper was able to hang on to it. But Golden Knights nearly went up 3-0 in spite of this Go Kings Go chant from the crowd. Karlsson with it back once again. That shot got blocked. Brandon Saad regathers for the Knights. He'll fire and put it wide. Saad has it again to the front of the net. He hung on to the puck for what felt like forever. He just couldn't get a shot away. As we are under 9 minutes remaining here in this first period. And the Golden Knights have themselves a 2-0 lead as we're more than halfway through the first period. William Karlsson looking for a second. Shot jumped off, and Jeremy Lauzon is on with that one. 3-0 Vegas. I would have said a Jeremy Lauzon bomb, but it wasn't. Just a simple wrist shot, but I don't know if Kemper didn't see it. But in this playthrough of this season, Jeremy Lauzon has turned into a pretty effective offensive defenseman. Eichel wins the draw now for Vegas. Golden Knights battling for it. And the puck is there on the goal line. Knocked away. And Aiden Hill had to make a spectacular stop and deny the rebound as well, but the Golden Knights have iced it. Kings have 5 shots on goal. Golden Knights up to 11. None better for LA than that last sequence. Turned aside by Aiden Hill. Eichel wins another draw. And now Mark Stone will dump it in. Ivan Barbashev just hit it off the post. Adrian Kempe, Olympian for Sweden, who I'm sure thought they would have a much better result than they did. Of course, I will say this once, and a shot by Joel Edmondson, of all people. Found the back of the net for the Kings. And LA is on the board. Joel Edmondson just leans into that one. 97 mile an hour. And it blew past Hill. And it is now 3-1 Vegas. Hurdle wins the draw. Hurdle's got it again. Tomas Hurdle to the front of the net, and he lost the puck. But yes, I will say just once, congratulations to the U.S., Jack Eichel and Noah Hannafin, Olympic gold medalists. It pains me to say that, being a Canadian, but fair is fair. And as much as I'm not a fan of the current American political climate, that's all I'll say with that. I do think it's a beautifully touching tribute to include Johnny Gaudreau's jersey in this Olympic celebration. So you know what? That's a positive at all by Warren Foegele, cuts to the net and gets the Kings to within 1. Here I am being sentimental for a nation I'm not even a part of, and it cost me a goal. But a nice drive to the net by Warren Foegele. He finishes it off. And with 1:25 to go, it's 3-2 Vegas. Nice hit there by William Karlsson to free up the puck. Karlsson, drifting, shooting, he scores! We now return to our regularly scheduled program as William Karlsson nets his second. Golden Knights back up by 2. Just turns off the wall and pings it off the post and in. 40.4 remaining in period number 1. Karlsson won the draw to Riley Smith. Riley Smith now with a shot. There's a rebound denied. Back to the blue line for Quinton Byfield. Byfield is away until he's not. And it's dumped in by Hannafin. And that is it for the first period of play. Vegas definitely would like to have not given up those 2 goals, but they did put 4 on the board themselves and lead by 2 after 20 minutes. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 13-9 in favor of the Golden Knights. Hits, slight edge to LA, 7-6. And look at this, doubled up in the face-off for Vegas. I thought I was winning, actually, but I didn't want to jinx it. And now that I mentioned it, I probably did, because blind guy's never good at face-offs, so we'll see if we can maintain it, but I have my doubts. Either way, 20 minutes down, 40 minutes up. Let's see what this second period has in store, shall we? And the Kings win the opening draw of the second period as they did in the first. Shea Theodore delivers a hit. Theodore has it again. And it's to the returning Braden McNabb, who dumps it in. Collected along the wall by Eichel. Eichel to the net, denied by Kemper down low. But yes, the practice for the Golden Knights was without Shea Theodore, Mitch Marner, Mark Stone, Jack Eichel, and Noah Hannafin. So 5 of the top-end players for Vegas apparently will not be available tonight IRL. So I'm glad I'm not playing like that, because that would make things a lot more difficult than they are. But at least it's just for travel reasons, I guess, and rest reasons, or for something like that. But they shall be back for the East Coast trip. Puck dumped in now by Barbashev. Left it along the wall by Marner. Marner to the net, denied again by Kemper, as he will get the whistle with nearly 5 minutes gone in the second. And another Go Kings Go chant breaks out here. And another one draw for LA. Clark got it around to his D partner. Back to Clark. Now to LaFerriere. And a nice, simple pad stop by Aiden Hill as Mitch Marner gets the clear and dumps it in. Hurdle looking for a second, and it's shut down by Brant Clark. Great defensive play by the Kings' young D-men. Highlighting the goaltending matchup, Aiden Hill and Darcy Kemper. And see, this is the Kings dominating the face-off dot in period 2. I knew that this was an anomaly. I knew it, but we'll keep trying to see if we can get back on track and start winning draws again. Saad got it across to Smith. Now up to Noah Hannafin. And again, dumped right back in. Left it along the wall by Rasmus Anderson. He cuts to the net. And he's denied. Karlsson with a backhand try, and Kemper shut that down. Brandon Saad drifting into the Vegas zone. Waiting for reinforcements. Knocked off the puck, but the Golden Knights still retrieve it. And a Golden Knight goes into his own bench. As the Kings will get out, Warren Fogle with a second opportunity. And the rebound is turned aside by Hill. And now Colton Sissons dumps it in for Brett Howden. And it goes in! How did you do? Brett Howden with a pass that deflected in off Kemper. I don't even think anybody else touched it. Big save by Aiden Hill at the other end. And then, you'll see this. Oh, I think it went in off the Kings defender. Kemper's going to want that one back. Oh, no, it didn't. It just clearly went in. Wow. A pass. What would have been a pass across wound up going into the net. And Brett Howden has helped extend the Golden Knights' lead inadvertently, but he will take it. There's a pass that deflected in, or just beat Kemper somehow. Nice hit by Barbashev. Good drive, handled. Returned aside by Hill. Puck's carried in now by Tomas Hertl. Hertl spins off a check. Cuts to the net. Lost it. Back to the blue line for Shea Theodore. Canadian Olympian. And his usual D partner, Brayden McNabb. How is that icing? Or offside? The puck beat McNabb into the zone. I don't understand how that was called. And why is it a defensive zone draw? That doesn't make any sense. Because I don't believe that was icing. And of course, a BS goal off the one draw. Drew Doughty, Canadian Olympian, lets it go. And I call it a BS goal because that was just soft on Aiden Hill. We should have had that. Well, Drew Doughty now on double digits. And that one just leaked through Hill. That's one he'd like back. I guess it makes up for Kemper's last goal, given up against Brett Howden. Now Mark Stone gains the red line and dumps it in. Left it along the wall by Eichel. Eichel to the front, denied off the pad of Kemper. And the rebound kicks out all the way to Kopitar. Patted away by Hill. Big drive, handled by Hill as well. Puck carried in now by Mark Stone. Brandon Saad with a hit, trying to free up the puck. Nice save by Hill, and the rebound is collected by William Karlsson. Kings being noticeably physical as we're down to the final minute here in period 2. Golden Knights with a 2-goal lead on the latest goal from Drew Doughty as the Kings try to get back into it. Of course, Vegas is going to try their best not to allow that to happen. And a nice save by Aiden Hill as a King got loose and nearly did some damage. That's it for 40 minutes. Golden Knights lead it 5-3. And we are going to take a look at the stats after 40 minutes of play now. Kings with a slight edge in shots, 22-20. Face-off, or hits rather, 19-17 in favor of the Golden Knights. Slight edge in face-offs now for the Kings, 8-7. See, I knew that was going to happen. But the LA Kings were definitely the better team in that period, aside from giving up 2 goals, but they were better territorial and better in the face-off dot. And no penalties to speak of in this game yet, even though it has been noticeably physical on both sides. Either way, 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up. Third period action coming at you next on the VIG Lounge. Another one draw for LA. Battle for it. And collected by Brayden McNabb. Looking for the one touch. Got it up to Barbashev. Ivan Barbashev. Creates some space. Shoots. Scores! Oh, what a beauty! Ivan the Terrible with a gorgeous goal. And the Golden Knights are back up by 3. He just dances his way in. That was just a shifty, nifty move there from Ivan Barbashev. Now that quick release goes up over the pad of Kemper. And just like that, the Golden Knights now lead at 6-3. So those one draws I had back in the first, they just don't mean a thing anymore. Oh, what a save! As Aiden Hill is able to hang on to that one and get the whistle. A little under 2 minutes gone off the clock here in period number 3. Eichel wins that draw. And he will gain the red line and send it in. Left it along the wall by Stone. Stone tried to stop up, knocked off the puck by Kopitar. There's a battle for it. Oh my goodness, that almost deflected in on the second pass. Long drive, handled. Sticked away by Kemper to the corner. Mark Stone collects it, fires and scores! Let's go, Stone Cold Crazy Yo! As the Golden Knights have a 7-3 lead, courtesy of Captain Mark Stone. It's a battle for it along the wall. Stone was able to get it. Pops out in front, puts it in far side, and that is the end for Mr. Darcy Kemper. Mitch Marner. Lost the puck, carried in by Tomas Hertl, who got the party started for Vegas. Back to the blue line. One-timer blocked in front. Adrian Kempe carries in for LA. He's always dangerous. You definitely don't want the puck on his stick for too long and not want to give him too many chances. Shot blocked off a teammate as Byfield was in front and inadvertently deflected that puck wide. And Shea Theodore is going to carry it in. Stops up, gets around his Olympic teammate. Drew Doughty takes a shot and a save made by Anton Forsberg. Long drive that was blocked away. As McNabb tried to let it go. McNabb, of course, started his career with the LA Kings, then moved on to the Buffalo Sabres, and has now been a longtime Golden Knights, one of the original Misfits who's still around. Brandon Saad carries in for Vegas. Saad to the net, lost the puck. Pass across, kicked off by Corey Perry, and dumped all the way down. Rasmus Andersson found Mark Stone. Stone cuts in, shoots, denied. And another save made by Forsberg. He will hang on as we see the Kings schedule, which I have no interest in at all. Is that Jim Miller? Is that what he looks like? Almost has like a Mike Sullivan look to him. I don't think that's accurate. Again, I could be wrong. But still. Blind guy's always better at recognizing names than faces anyway, so. Puck dumped in by Caden Korczak. Moore. Got it to Deneau, who is a Montreal Canadian now, IRL. As the Kings moved on from him. And Barbashev will dump it in. Left it along the wall by Eichel. Eichel now to Stone. Stone with a shot, and Forsberg is able to glove that one and get the whistle with a little over 5 minutes remaining in period number 3. Draw one this time by Hertl. Rasmus Andersson tried to blast it from the point, but it was picked off. Golden Knights recollect it, and Thomas Hertl will send it right back in. Or Tomas Hertl, I should say. I got to keep with the Czech pronunciation. And again, Noah Hannafin goes for a skate. Brings it into the Kings zone. Lost the puck, got it back, tried to get a shot away. But it was picked off by Corey Perry. Anderson slams himself into Perry. And the puck is dumped right back in by the Golden Knights. Mitch Marner with a shot and a save, once again by Forsberg. Taking a look at Rasmus Anderson as he takes a bite out of the worm. Another one draw for LA. And Lafreniere to the net, denied. Or Laferriere to the net, excuse me. Puck dumped in. And collected by Riley Smith. Now cross to Theodore. Couldn't set that up. Blocked by Edmondson. And he takes a hit. Golden Knights have it again. Up the right wing side to Riley Smith. Smith stops up, takes it to net, shoots, and a bad save by Darcy Kemper. Or excuse me, by Anton Forsberg. I was doing so well with the goalies, and then I just got it screwed up there. Now McNabb with a shot, denied by Forsberg to the corner. Colton Sissons trying to cut to the net. And he lost the puck. Lays up for a block, and that'll do it. The Golden Knights come to LA, first game off the Olympic break, and put up a solid score, 7-3, against the LA Kings on the road. Let's take a look at the stats before we wrap things up. As we see one of the Golden Knights' goals. Well, here potentially knows a big hit by Stone. And I think here is the Stone goal. Yep. Took the puck away. Popped it past Darcy Kemper at the time. And again, let's take a look at the stats before we wrap things up. Shots on goal, 30-28 in favor of the Golden Knights. Hits, 35-21 favoring Vegas. Slight edge in faceoffs, 13-9 for the Kings, but we knew that was going to happen. No penalties to speak of, surprisingly. But maybe next time. Jeremy Lauzon found the score sheet. William Karlsson found it twice. Tomas Hertl got things started. Ivan Barbashev with a goal. William Karlsson with a pair. And the only Olympian to score a goal from Vegas, was Mark Stone. Saying William Karlsson because he had 2 goals, and he would have been an Olympian for Sweden, but he was hurt IRL, so we'll have to just accept that and move on. But either way, thank you all for tuning into this episode of the VIG Lounge. I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. Until next time, I bid you adieu. Have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday, everybody.